claim in this neutral site showdown. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Sun Devils offense will be first on the attack. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
And the Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They feed him again. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, they got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this.
He's going for the big play. Pulls it in on the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Quickly out to the tight end. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run the toss. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The Sun Devils are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Now adjusting. Got some room in into the goal line. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Kansas offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
On the sweet spin, and he's free. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Under fire. And that one's incomplete.
pass play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
From the gun, the running back has it.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Bringing the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Jayhawks send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Give to Brown. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to throw, it's Levin. With the catch, it's Moss. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Keeps looking downfield. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Makes it past the marker. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
That's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turns it on in midfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gonna run it. It's Fields. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Jayhawks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly, get low, and drive your legs.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Jayhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Give to the running back. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Pocket breaking down. Pulls it in. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Jayhawks have pushed it inside the 20. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Caught behind the line. It's Fields. Brought down right at the 10, and this defense keeps him away from the 1st down line, but will they go for it on 4th down? And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Smashes it between the uprights. They are forced to settle for the field goal. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Got a little space. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. He lost one down the sideline. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. Across the 25, he's got room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for space. It's Fields. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Jayhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. And the Jayhawks come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man, it's Freeman. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. No huddle here for the offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Back to throw, it's Grant. It's complete. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rucker. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Jayhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Freeman. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
The Jayhawks are in the hurry-up.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the 1st down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Jayhawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the ground, it's Fields. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that one.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. The give to the back.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Buys a little time with his feet. Going to try to get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Got his man downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game. He's got it down the left side. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Napier. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Jayhawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. And the Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Rides the back on the option to give. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Jayhawks have this offense rolling. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He wants to change this route. scanning the field. It's Levitt. Finds the tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it from the gun. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on! Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. He puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And this is a situation this offense trains for, having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far, and the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Makes the grab. It's Butler. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Butler. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hamilton. Touchdown, Arizona State! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Gives it on the option. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Jayhawks in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Smashes ahead. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
Dang, QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggone receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Bunch formation for these receivers. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Right back to the well. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Sun Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go to the toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Looking to pass. It's Levitt. He'll throw it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, going to the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. They'll try the run. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The Jayhawks want to crank the tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. And here they come, almost all the way back.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your...
There he goes! He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Defense is backed up. shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep...
Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Grant. Catch in the middle, it's Napier. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in, it's Napier. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
No gain on the play.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up-and-hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now
it's picked off, and that's number 10. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
The Sun Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.